The alley reeked of damp cardboard and forgotten dreams, a familiar scent to young Raju. Every day was a cycle of outstretched hands and averted gazes, a symphony of indifference. One sweltering afternoon, a figure stopped before him. Not a passerby, but a Catholic priest, Father Michael. Raju braced himself for the usual lecture or a hurried coin, but the priest simply knelt, his eyes surprisingly kind. "What's your name, son?" he asked, his voice soft. Raju, startled, mumbled his name. Father Michael didn't offer money, but a proposition. "Come to the church, Raju. We have food, and more importantly, we have books." Suspicion warred with hunger in Raju's mind, but the gnawing emptiness won. He followed the priest, wary but hopeful. The church premises were a sanctuary, a stark contrast to the unforgiving streets. Father Michael didn't just offer meals, he offered a quiet corner in the rectory, a place where Raju could read. At first, the words were a jumble, but with Father Michael's patient guidance, they slowly began to make sense. The priest, seeing a spark of fierce intelligence in the boy's eyes, spent hours teaching him. Raju devoured every book, every lesson. He learned about history, about justice, about the laws that governed the very society that had cast him aside. The seed of a dream, impossibly grand for a boy who had begged for scraps, began to sprout. Years passed. Raju, no longer the emaciated child, pursued his studies with an almost desperate intensity. Father Michael, now a frail old man, beamed with pride as Raju earned scholarships. He faced prejudice, snide remarks about his origins, but the fire within him, kindled by the priest's compassion, burned brighter. The day Raju stood in court, robed in black, the weight of his past felt both distant and incredibly present. He was no longer the neglected beggar. He was Rajesh Kumar, an advocate for those whose voices had been silenced. He looked at the stern faces of the judges, at the bewildered eyes of his client, and a faint smile touched his lips. He remembered the smell of the alley, the kindness of a priest, and the quiet power of words. He was living proof that compassion, coupled with determination, could rewrite a destiny.